And you notice that Kim is holding her stomach, and it just reminded me of all the mockery photos that were put together of Meghan Markle holding her stomach when she was pregnant.
All PR staff, please report to the conference room for an emergency meeting. All PR staff to the conference room.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of the Sussex PR staff. Marshmallow, are you okay to take the minutes for this meeting? Thank you. I've called this meeting today with you because we must re-strategize. We have damage control to do. This Kris Jenner party debacle has reached new levels of crazy. Now, I don't really know who dropped the ball, and I'm not here to blame any of you. But I just wanted to go through a quick timeline of events, and we will get to the bottom of who dropped the ball, and heads will roll like such ball. Oh no! So just to get this timeline straight, Markle and Harry attended the Baby to Baby Gala in West Hollywood to support their pal Serena Williams, hours before they went to Jenner's James Bond themed party in Beverly Hills. Harry changed his outfit, but Meghan did not because she does not like to bathe, allegedly for legal purposes. From the gala, we received multiple calls from Meghan and Harry. They were begging to get into the Jeff Bezos care of Kris Jenner birthday party. And we had a lot of work to do. We had to figure out a way to get them invited because Jeff Bezos, whose house the party was being thrown at, as you know, he did not want Meghan and Harry there because he heard that Meghan has light hands. We know Kris Jenner didn't want Meghan there because Kris Jenner has worked very hard to get where she's gotten, and she doesn't want to ruin her reputation and get Markled, really, by Meghan Markle. She's been avoiding Meghan Markle, stalking her for years. Kris Jenner sold her daughter's adult videos, her B-honkies, online to the highest bidder. This is a woman who has done such deals that cannot compare to any Spotify and Netflix handouts that Meghan Markle got. These people don't want to be around Meghan Markle. These people have all worked. People who have worked and sacrificed, I mean, whatever you want to call it, however they got their way there, they worked in some way, shape, or form to get there. They don't want to be around people like Meghan Markle, who is just entitled and just cheated her way into these places by telling blatant lies and continues to lie and scam, thinking that they can make surprise appearances everywhere. That's not what they want. It's the same way that I don't want to be associated with YouTubers who buy views and buy subs. That's why you don't see me collab, because why would I take my good, authentic viewers and sit down next to somebody who has bought those things and it's not real? I care about my subscribers. They're real people. Why would I want to sit with somebody who doesn't have... Okay, you get the point. So I know that's relating to them. I'm a very small level, but I can relate in that way. None of those celebrities want to be around Meghan and Harry. Meghan and Harry, ideally, with these hereditary titles that Harry has, they should be around other people who have hereditary titles, viscounts, earls, whatever. Those people won't be judging them because they've been given the silver platter stuff and the silver spoon stuff the same way. But when you go around people in the dog-eat-dog, Hollywood, crazy world of people having to do all sorts to get where they got, it doesn't mix. They don't mix. So anyway, we tried our best. We got in touch with our sister company, WME, honey, and we did everything we did to get them to that party. But that wasn't enough. They wanted to be in pictures. They wanted to show that they were there with everyone. And they got a few pictures. But Kris Jenner didn't put them up. In the first photo dump that Kris Jenner did, where she said, "These are my beautiful friends and family who are close to me," she did not include Meghan and Harry. The next photo dump, Meghan and Harry get in there. Kim Kardashian also uploads a photo of her and Meghan Markle. And in the third and fourth and all subsequent photo dumps made by Kris Kardashian and Kim Kardashian, none of them included Meghan Markle. By the way, let's talk about Kim's photo for a second. Okay, it's almost like Meghan is bringing down this photo because she looks so crazy. This wrap skirt that looks like a piece of cloth. I don't know where my lisp is coming from, but anyway. This wrap skirt that looks like some blackout curtains that she dragged out of the dirty clothes basket, and then a top that doesn't even match. The lint particles that are stuck to the entire outfit. Her toes are not even did. And I really like Kim Kardashian's dress, especially since it's an ode to one of my favorite actresses, Halle Berry, when she played her character Jinx in the James Bond film Die Another Day. I loved the nod she gave to Halle Berry. And you notice that Kim is holding her stomach, and it just reminded me of all the mockery photos that were put together of Meghan Markle holding her stomach when she was pregnant. This is so funny because I have heard that Kim Kardashian has a very wicked sense of humor, and I like to think that she was holding her stomach in mockery of Meghan Markle. That's just my opinion. You have Harry in the back here looking absolutely like a caricature. I don't know what he's reaching for. I don't know what's going on there, but he looks very desperado and like he doesn't have a brain. You have this other photo where Harry looks equally as Fulio.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
Dancing with Kris Jenner or trying to dance with her. Meghan, of course, does not let that interaction happen, as we saw in Colombia and everywhere else she's been. Whenever there's a woman around, she has to be clamping on to the woman just to take her attention away from Harry. It's a very invasive species, Meghan Markle. What other photo was taken? Oh yes, there's this one where Harry looks like he's photobombing and Meghan looks like a Madame Tussauds statue. Anyway, she's there looking like that. She's caught very off guard in these photos because I think it was just a desperate attempt. Like maybe she made millions of attempts to get photos with them and finally she got it and she was like stun locked. When these photos got in there, obviously, it's obvious. There was backlash, there were warnings. You know, Harry has written spare and talked about celebrities' inner household parties that he should not have spoken about. A lot of things could have led to Kris Jenner saying, take it down. So what we are trying to spin now is that it was Meghan, in fact, that wanted the photos down. Multiple sources have weighed in with differing intel. Dumois insiders speculate that the removal of these images may be linked to Markle not wearing the traditional red remembrance poppy, a small but symbolically significant detail in the UK during November. However, Rob Shutter's Shutter Scoop claims that Meghan and Harry personally asked for the unapproved. Unapproved? By who? Who's approving? Nobody's approving except Kris Jenner and Jeff Bezos. Stop it, girl. Personally asked for the unapproved photos to be deleted and were furious that they went up without permission. Why you work so hard to get into a party and then you want the photos down? Meghan had a whole another event the same night, wouldn't even go home to bathe. She had to be at that Kris Jenner party so badly. But we're going to spin it. We're going to try to make it look like that's what it was and that Meghan has full control and it wasn't that she was snubbed, but that then she snubbed them. But we really know that a party of this scale that is so carefully planned will have NDAs, will have waivers, will have giving up your rights, girl, to any kind of control. You don't have to come to the party, but if you do, you will be signing NDAs. You will be signing waivers. This is a money-making family. They have this down pat. And you have to remember, Kris Jenner has been on reality shows. Kim has been on reality shows. They've been out in the wild among people. They know how to make sure that people cannot come back and tell them what they can use and what they cannot use. So the idea that people are putting out that Meghan did this is damage control, and we love it. But we just have to be aware that this should have never happened in the first place. In fact, taking down the photos is worse than never having taken photos of the dastardly duo at all. Let me tell you how strategically this party was planned so that we at the PR team here can figure out how to do strategy, okay? Jeff Bezos, Amazon, owns the rights to the James Bond franchise. Kris Jenner wanted to do a James Bond themed party. She had to go to Bezos and say, look, is there a possibility that I can use some merchandising, 007 stuff? And you can see that she used a lot of cool stuff like the lighters in the 007 logo. Because she is a brand on scale like this, she has to go to him for copyright issues. I mean, it would just be part of what she does whenever she wants to include somebody's brand. And Jeff Bezos said, you know something? I think this is a good deal for us to strike. I will pay for your party and you can use my logo, but I'll have all the control. It'll be at my house. Everything will be done through me. So you don't have to worry about copyright issues. You don't have to worry about anything like that. We are going to host this for you. And you scratch my back and I scratch your back and all this kind of thing. And that's a great deal for Kris Jenner. She also managed to plug Khloe Kardashian's perfume. So when we were all waiting for these party pictures to be released, because we saw snippets of like some bushes, through the bushes, pictures of them entering the party. But when we were waiting for the real pictures, do you know what Kris Jenner did? She put out a reel of Khloe Kardashian's new perfume. So when we're there looking for the photos, we find out that Khloe has a perfume. I would never have known that Khloe had a perfume. I don't know what Khloe does, but now I do. This is how these people think. You cannot underestimate them. So I don't know why anyone thinks that Meghan and Harry have won over on them. Completely out of your league, Meghan and Harry. So what can we do to erase this from ever even happening? Well, we're going to just put out random endeavors from Meghan. The Christmas special. People have gone on and on about this. By the way, another premature advertisement. Meghan is not supposed to put out things about Netflix before Netflix itself does. She did that here. If you look at Netflix's Instagram posts, you will see no sign of them advertising Meghan's Christmas special. Once again, forcing Netflix to commit. We don't know if Netflix is really going to commit to this, but now they have to because Meghan has put it out that they're doing it. This is the kind of client that nobody wants. Unfortunately, we have her as a client, so we have to work around. We have to make sure that we don't have any skill issues when dealing with her, because she's a very tricky person to work with. Nobody does this. Nobody keeps preempting their boss. There's a possibility that we could try to encourage Kim and Kris to come on the Meghan special so that it looks like, there's no bad blood between us. So what are we talking about? What beef? What apple pie? Like with Gwyneth Paltrow, that was so cheesy and so lame. And honestly, once again, Markled Gwyneth Paltrow. Well, we could try that. Get them on there. Do you think that Kim and Kris will be on there? Oh, and while we're talking about questions, can you also put down in the comments, which one do you think it was? Do you think that they pulled the plug, Meghan and Harry, on the photos? Or do you think that Kris and Kim called the photos when they realized that this was a bad idea? Due to advice, due to backlash, or whatever the case may be. I saw a comment from one of you in my last video. Anna Rose says, I don't understand grown women having birthday parties. And I was saying the same thing. Like, after Sweet 16, which women go around having this birthday party, birthday bash? I mean, I understand everybody wants an excuse for a party, but it's kind of like, I don't know, an anachronism of some kind. Is like grown woman in a birthday dress, and I don't know. But now we understand more about the intricacies of it. It is a business deal. So that's the reason why, I guess. Elizabeth Madron 1336 says, WME, they are responsible for this nonsense. That is not us. I say that we are the Leilani PR of Barbados, Sussex, Meghan, whatever. We have a different name. But yeah, WME is responsible for this. I think they are definitely the reason why Meghan and Harry got one foot in the door. I had some backlash about my video as well in this comment from Irene Brewer. It's a real sign of such vile resentment to even suggest that Harry, a prince, and Meghan, who has a truckload of pride, she has no pride. She has no shame, so she has no pride. Are we right? We're right. Would lower themselves to crash a party. Haters can't tolerate the idea that this couple are not reviled as they wish them to be. So pathetic. Well, it's good to know that Meghan still has some kind of support, isn't it? However, mainstream media has a lot more to say. Even People magazine seem to turn on them at this point. I think People magazine's just over it. Page 6 also exclusively reported, that royal insiders were appalled by the Sussex's appearance at Jenner's birthday festivities. It's so tacky, one palace insider who works with the royal family told us. It truly shows that Harry is so far removed from the rest of the family, the source said. So Meghan's been feverishly trying to distract us by uploading her putting cream cheese on bagels, because that is very profound. She's also uploaded some statement about her husband, a veteran. Although failing to recognize Remembrance Sunday by wearing a poppy to Kris Jenner's party and giving a lame excuse as to why she didn't, because there were no poppies in the whole world that she could get her hands on, she uploads this photo of Prince Harry with a veteran, both of them wearing poppies, and says, as my husband says, once served, always serving. To be fair, I say that too. Once a beauty queen, always a beauty queen. Thank you to all who served, sacrificed, and continue to serve, honoring you on Veterans Day and every day. Meghan Markle. She's also uploaded her newest exploitation of children in Africa. This is a woman, right, that does not like black people. This is a woman that was frightened for black people everywhere she went, which is probably why you don't see Meghan in any of these shots with them. This is a woman who then used race to lie on the royal family, never showed anything that she was saying. However, really put into people's minds that there could be some racism in the royal family. She is a woman who has grifted off of lies, off of dishonesty. And this is all she's looking at when it comes to these children, the views and the likes. This is why people, celebrities, Jeff Bezos, Kim Kardashian, and even Lauren Sanchez, who came there dressed with her entire bottom on display. The likes of a woman dressed in no clothes have no respect for Meghan Markle. Absolutely no respect. And we need to do something about it. What can we do about it?
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I need to get back to the drawing board. I have some people to fire who dropped the ball on this one, and I have a very busy day ahead of me. So lots of love to you. Thank you all so much for watching me. I love you, and you know that. But don't forget to subscribe, press the bell notifications, and like the video. It really helps the algorithm. Like the video if you liked it. Okay, bye. Love you.